strike a light. Good day, good day. And how you go, and just say good day, good day, good day, and you'll be right.
Now we come to the portion of the service before we do our Bible study that we address some end times news and trends that are happening as it relates to Bible prophecy. There's four key points to bring up, and as we always mention, there's a lot of other things that we can do, but just to give you a quick snapshot of some things that are brewing. Out of the times of Israel, Iran said to be building military facilities in Syria near to Russia positions. Again, this isn't anything new that we haven't heard before, but more and more as the development it's occurring. And Tehran's ploy appears to be based on an assessment that Israel wouldn't dare to strike in fear of messing with Moscow, because there's this relationship with Russia. And but we do see with the Russian involvement there in Syria and also with Iran, this is all the development, the beginning of the buildup of the Ezekiel 38 war scenario. So this is why this is important. As you're paying attention what's going on in Syria, again, the key components there is Russia and Iran. Both countries will be invading into Israel at some point. It's just a matter of time. But you're seeing the buildup of this taking place. Also, speaking of Syria, there's another report that talks about how a rocket attack targeted busy Damascus market and kills over 35. The reason why this is interesting, because we're seeing more and more of the destruction of Damascus, as Isaiah 17 talks about. So it's just a matter of time as this thing continues to chip away. Each week, each month, each year that passes by, you're getting closer and closer to the fulfillment of that prophecy. Whether it's all going to happen at one particular shot, as Israel could go in there and wipe out some of the chemical weapons that Syria has stored there. It could be just part of the war that goes on. But either way, it's one of those Bible prophecies that we're starting to see coming to pass. Another interesting report that came out from a prominent rabbi, and this is just a news source that talked about, and this rabbi is kind of in charge of King David's tomb on Mount Zion, and he says that indicated sources that Trump will pave way for third temple, according to this prominent rabbi. So he also says it's going to be prepared by descendants of Edom as a restitution for destroying the second temple. So basically he's saying that non-Jewish people would be help building the third temple. Either way, the third temple will happen. It's just a matter of time. Again, it has to be in place for the Antichrist to desecrate halfway through the tribulation period. The plans are ready to build it. The Temple Institute is ready. They just need that agreement to where they're going to be able to put it on the Temple Mount. And that's part of dealing with Jordan, because they're kind of in control of the Temple Mount area. But I also believe it will be partly, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a part of the peace plan that they're working on. This would be part of their deal that they want to have as a negotiation to have a third temple as part of this peace deal that they want to put in place. The last issue and point to bring up, and we're starting to see more phenomenons and mysterious things happening around the world, from weather patterns to the death of mass animals, right, all over, sea creatures, you name it. And this is something that there's a passage that talks about the beasts of the field, the birds of the air, even the fish of the sea will be taken away. And just even this month alone, we've seen hundreds and thousands all over the world of death of certain animals. Even back in January, I think there was millions of, close to that number, kangaroos that just massively just died. There's also just what took place this last week or a couple days ago in WA, 135 pilot whales dead in horrific mass beaching as rescuers trying to move some of the whales back out at sea. So they, I think, rescued between 5 to 15. I can't remember the full number there. But you're seeing these mass death events occurring all over the world. Some of it they can explain from the avian, flu epidemic that's going on. It's killing a lot of birds all over the place. But then there's a lot of just mysterious deaths that are occurring all over the place, all over the planet. And it's one of those things, it's the end times that we're living in. Mysterious things, crazy things happening. And there's the trends that are going on. That is one of those trends. Earthquakes in various places, volcanoes erupting, the natural disasters all over increasing dramatically. And so it's just calling out for the Lord's return. And we need to be watchful, we need to be alert, we need to be ready. And these are just other trends that we're seeing as the end times are unfolding. Amen? And that concludes today's update.